Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I have not seen you in so long. I doubt I have any active people that follow my channel, but that's okay. I was bored and I wanted to turn on a live stream. So I'm going to try to get some people from Talos chat, see if they'll join this stream or not. If I remember how to use YouTube. Okay, I need a link. Hopefully you got good tunes playing in the background, I hope. No? Weird. Weird that stuff would break. There we go. Setting up the live stream. Not so simple as it used to be when I knew everything. My channel. I am live right now. Okay, this is. I'm gonna give you a feedback loop. Okay. Nice. Nice. Okay. Let's see what people are saying today. Halo's price down to 6 cents. All right, we gotta see how this looks though. Okay. See how this looks. All right, so live stream. I mean, not so bad. Not so bad. Yeah. I wonder if I can edit the background image. Do that.
Staring out the window of the Roosevelt Hotel, watching Midtown empty out and a kiss of farewell.
No streamer, no people have joined.
From nothing and to nothing return, and in between is gravity and bridges left to burn.
Oh, here, we just need to mute that. And then I'm gonna wait. Go live here. So like, yep. Okay. Oh yes. USIO. Dev. Oh, I should do that in chat for a second. Okay. Oh. There we go. Oh, I still got the background on. Okay. I'm inviting people to my live chat with real price food. Two views? Who's this person? 2 views. That's pretty good for so many years absent. Wow. Hello, viewer. Glad to have you here. Okay, I think I'm gonna share the link somewhere. Get this link out there.
We caught a ride down to Sunset Drive and lost ourselves together. The night wind blows and we're all alone and there's
Get some more viewers in chat.
I look to the sun.
2 views. Wow, chat rate. Oh, that's me posting. That's me posting.
I look to the stars. They're telling me that we need to move on. It's not enough. It's not enough. So give everything, everything. It's not enough. It's not enough. So give everything, everything. We can make it in a new world. We can take it in a new world. We can make it in a new world. We can take it in a new world.
2 views. Concurrent views 1. Nice. Okay, so yeah. We'll see if we get any people from chat here.
Lost ourselves together. The night wind blows and we're all alone and there's nothing like forever. I look to the sun. What have we done? I look to the stars. They're telling me that we need to move on.
I think my hotkeys are. Because that's been close, bro. So, push the sky. Hey guys. Hey Mochi. How goes it? Alright. So, I was brainstorming ideas today. Let's see. Okay. So, I want to make NFTs that mint back into Ethereum world from Talos world. That was my idea for today. And yeah, I was drafting that up. Talos at the moment, and crypto in general. Well, yes. Talos, I think, it's hard to go up when the market has been kind of sideways to down. So then if somebody sells on top of that, and then you have a couple other bad events, then really it creates a good buying opportunity for the network, I think. Yeah, because you'll get priced down quite low. I mean, it should produce a nice bottom, all the selling plus everything. And then crypto in general, yeah, I think crypto's good over the next 3 to 4 years, 2024 and so on. I think the fiat currencies are getting inflated, and then dollar's going to be kind of inflated the next few years. So I think rich people want to hide their money outside the system. Oh yeah, okay, let's do it. Hopefully that's better. Nathan James. Dude, aren't you like famous? Like I was seeing like a Twitter post from you, like somebody was covering one of your Twitter posts. And you're in my channel. I'm like pretty sure. Like I was watching this guy, the Primogen, and he was like covering people, and I thought you were one of them. So I'll have to verify. I'll have to go back and look, but yeah. Anyway. Oh yeah, so let's go back to this idea. Okay, get my whiteboard up here. Yeah, oops. Yeah, gotta learn how to do live streaming again. So yeah, this is the idea. Alright. So what I want to do is I want NFTs on Talos Native, and I want them to exist as NFTs on Ethereum, right? So basic idea, I'm calling it like reverse minting. You know, it's just a catchphrase. So pay a basic fee to like mint a blank on Ethereum mainnet inside a contract you control, right? And then on Talos Native, you're going to associate an NFT that exists on Talos Native, associate it back to the blank on the Ethereum mainnet. And then when it's associated, it gets its the IPFS JSON, the metadata, right? The metadata gets fixed, and then basically you have an NFT that represents something that on OpenSea or the other places you can exchange NFTs. And the point of that is we could. So let's see, what could we do? The point is to trade your NFTs on Talos Native on OpenSea. Now, like, why not just make it on OpenSea, right? And the point there is, you know, you can do a lot of fun stuff on Native with your NFT. Basically, pay no gas and do sort of like you could do governance. You could do, you know. And for me, I'm gonna maybe use it for my game, right? So my game's kind of been on hold. And I'm kind of looking at it again, like how do I fix my game to like work for the future? All right. Oh wow, yeah, you are the guy, man. You are the guy. Yeah, you trolled HTMX. Yeah, that's funny. And people got angry. Yep. Yeah, because that's the video I was watching. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, so that was a good troll. I'm sure it helped your view count. Yep. So yeah, so then I can actually sell my like NFT land on like OpenSea and actually have like a market for it, right? And that's kind of like the goal, because it's like, well, if it's all bottled on Talos Native, it's not that useful. Economically useful, I guess. So the wider market. And so when you have that, so there'd be oracles between here, and then we'd have like a set function on our NFT contracts. Like, you might not have to do this, but I might do this. Where you pay your gas fee on Ethereum, and you set the owner. So you could set the owner of the land on Talos Native, and this will allow you to, in my case, it'll let you manage the ownership of the land, basically. So now I did a more complicated version of this before. Let's pull that up. Yeah, but if you have any questions about Talos, go for it. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so this is the more complicated version. I think maybe I got way too carried away, but so instead of just doing like one for my game, right? You could do a Talos, basically decentralized Oracle system for your NFTs on Ethereum. Now, this would be really cool because imagine NFTs on Ethereum, on Polygon, on BSC. They could, in a more advanced way, control permissions on Talos Native. And so as a fun exercise, I've been coding this NFT scribe contract. And what this allows you to do is basically you could register your NFT on the Oracle system. So like any project could come in, any NFT project that already existed. Like you could bring in ones that existed, years ago, and you could give them a governance model on Talos Native. And the reason you might do that is it's going to allow them to vote on things. No gas, no transaction fee. And this would all hinge on signed data type 4 in MetaMask. So if you had an API server, set up with some Oracle voting, they can post into this NFT scribe. So let me see if there's any questions though. All right, no, cool. All right. So you can go in here, and this is the code for NFT scribe that I was working on. Basically, you can like register a network in here, and it just creates a platform where you can potentially do this. Now the problem is, who's going to run all these oracles to make the decentralized oracle system? That's the question. And it's like, well, I don't know if we really want to do that. So it was kind of a fun exercise in building like an oracle project. But then, as I got into it, I realized, wow, I kind of made an expansive build. Yeah, but it's looking good. You can basically the oracles can kick each other. They can vote. Yeah, and the core would be the idea that you post. You would post the sign type 4 data in MetaMask, and we could authorize NFTs to transact on Talos Native. Yeah. Thanks, Maxim. Wow, I must have leftover viewers or viewers from Talos. Okay, a couple people from Talos joined for sure. Okay, so I was going to simplify this into, like, because this is just kind of huge. I was going to simplify this into the concept of reverse minting, because at the end of the day, what I want to achieve is just sell your NFTs on Ethereum, and then I can run maybe a couple like oracles in the background, like on a couple servers, not completely decentralized, but it'll allow you to set the ownership of an NFT on Talos. So I'm kind of going to like backtrack this code and make it something simpler, I think, is my aim here. Now, if you don't know about Talos, I mean, there's like 10 people in chat now. So if you don't know about Talos, it allows you to basically, you can transact high volumes of transactions. We tested above 10,000 transactions a second in theory. It's a kind of a theoretical, because you can't really push that many transactions at once. The internet isn't that fast, so but it could handle it if you could push that many. So NFT.simple. Oh yeah, so reverse NFT. This is what I'll make here. So this is how I program in C++ for native. It is an awesome system. It's no longer supported. They no longer like update the system, but it still works amazing. And this is what I use for everything. Music loud enough? Music loud enough, guys? So the C++ code we use on native is actually, one of the reasons I wanted to talk about this stuff. It's actually like the best, in my humble opinion, of course, it's like the best smart contract way of doing things. Like it's just astounding. It's just so great. Until you program in it, you don't know how amazing it is. And all the people wanting to use Solidity and EVM, you guys are missing out. Like, I get it, MetaMask, I get it. But if you're willing to abandon MetaMask, man, this is just so much better. So let's get our manage over here. Also, people in Talos need to be cheered up. The price has gone down too much for some people, I think. At the top we were 140, now we're 6 sense. So, quite a ride down. Now, the wonderful thing about this little EOS Studio, it needs to be renamed, but you know, it like compiles. Just click your build button up there. It gives me all my errors, and deploy right from here. And you can deploy to Talos. You can deploy to like a custom network you set up. And deploy your own local net. So I have some like local chains you can deploy. Pretty useful for testing. Okay. So I got a lot of like boilerplate code that I use. So one of the things I like in doing is using structures in C++. I think you can use objects in this, but because it's a smart contract, I kind of like the structures more. I think it's like more defined in my view. And so I'm just gonna like strip down this Oracle structure. Right back. So yeah, building the Oracle here. Okay, we'll get back to that, but the basic is there. Put this over here. So the most dangerous part of an EOS IO Antelope IO contract is the transfer functionality on transfer. This notify. If you're ever doing this is where you usually would encounter a bug that'll cost you money, where you get hacked. Other than that, these contracts are actually, I think, quite safe. Make sure you guys can see the code, sorry. Okay, so what you do here. Oh yeah, so I'll just talk about some of the basics of the receiver. So when you get a token transfer from another contract, you need to check the receiver, this function get first receiver, and that'll be your contract that is the token contract on native that's sent to you. And you need to make sure that that matches something. So in this case, if you want to receive Talos, this needs to be, get contract would need to be name on Talos. It would need to be that, right? So if you didn't check for that, right, you didn't check the contract matches, and somebody can make a fake contract, send you fake Talos, and you would accept it as if it were real. So that's why you got to be a little picky about that functionality. All right. Don't need tokens. Probably don't need networks. No, I could keep it. Yeah. Posts. This is, yeah, I don't know. Oracles, yeah, keep that. Yeah, we don't need tokens, I'll get rid of that. Yeah. I think in this case I can just copy over the files then. Just delete out what I don't want. Skip. Hi. So, I don't need this anymore. Tokens, don't need. right, struct tokens, get rid of that. So I need to dumb down NFT services here. So we don't need a struct of tokens in there. Yeah, I think all this is overkill, but I'm not sure I'll change it. A little overkill can't hurt it. If there's any struct token in here though, yeah, I don't need this. Yeah, this NFT add token don't need. But yeah, and then I can simplify like how you register and stuff. I don't need that. Yeah, so register. I mean, is it gonna be like some bloat in this? Like, so Oracle register. So you could register yourself. So in this case, I want to like totally simplify here. We're getting rid of. I'm just gonna have it. You can only register if you have the contract authority to register. I'll leave this code in place, the authorization. Finds the oracle, replaces the oracle, else it updates API source. So yeah, and then the oracle is going to need a really big rework because it's simple now. And so I think an oracle now is just going to be like a couple of accounts, and as the owner on the Ethereum network, will always be able to update the ownership. Then, like, if the oracles were hacked, it's a temporary hack, and if you don't tie too much financially, you lose. You know, if you temporarily lost your Talos native assets, like you temporarily lost your NFT because native thought it belonged to somebody else temporarily, you could get it back. It's just if there were any other assets tied to that ownership, that's where it would be a little dicey. In my case, I'm going to use it for NFT land, so like you get your land back. Now, if there was like items on your land or something like that, you know, that could be, you could lose some stuff then. But you know, the other idea is the oracles shouldn't be hacked. Hopefully, if you decentralize it a little bit, that's probably okay. West Oracle Coast. Okay. I think I'll just run different contracts if I ever do a different network. So this will just be for Ethereum initially. Yeah. 24 people watching me code. Funny. Yeah, I'm actually struggling to know, like, at this point, like, what things do I need in an oracle? You know, it's gonna be. I guess it'll be on a restricted permission now. So when I register an oracle, I'll do it through the contract action. But when it posts, it's on a restricted permission. So yeah, last update. Yeah, I guess it'll be like a refresh action. Just so I can see that the oracle's still active. This is. Yeah. So that'll let me just see the oracle's active. It'll every so often it'll post, "Hey, I'm still alive." Oh, hey, I should post this in. Post this in developer chat. Oh, they might ban me though. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I think the community chat might ban me if I go posting links, so I won't. No, I guess simple's good if I don't need else. I'm sure like more will go into this. Like there's no way it's this simple. Like, yep, it's on Ethereum. Like, Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if it needs any more. I guess I could set it active or not active. Like, it's deactive or not. So the reason I use structures in programming contracts, there's a real important reason. So like this function here, get Oracle, it returns a structure, and so it lets you extract all the data of a table row and all the columns towards it as a structure, and so you get the whole row and you can like mutate it, you know, you can change it in your contract, and it just kind of works pretty good for that. Yeah. And I find that if you don't write your contracts that way and you have larger table rows with different things going on in them, that actually your data kind of gets out of control. And if you keep it in a function like this, or in a structure like this, you can do things like void verify, you know? And so like anytime you're messing with your structure, like if you change it or you pull it, you can like run a verification on the data internally, and you can like standardize that verification. So like, you know, all your different functions in the smart contract can go back to this verification inside the structure itself and do their checks to verify the data. And so I kind of like that. I do a lot of structures. It's kind of like OOP, but it's totally not technically. So, gotta add that down there. So, active, not active. Yeah. I guess I should do a counter. Like, I don't know why, but posted. Posts. Yeah, posted. Okay. And yes, like normally you do this, but I have a habit of not doing that, so. Posted, yeah, there we go. So I guess the only thing about structures is, you know, the actual posting will not occur in here, right? It's gonna happen outside of this. Nice. Okay. So now we go up here and like rewrite how this is gonna work. So like Oracle register, you know, is gonna be get self essentially. You know, I guess technically I should just do it that way. We require auth get self, and then just for simplicity's sake, we will change how it works. So auth is itself now. Oracle ID. This is the Oracle we're registering, the network API source. I don't care about that. Okay. I guess I'll keep the network IDs. So I guess I'll do multiple networks because it's really already set up. It's already set up to do that and handle that. So the network ID becomes the scope. The scope is how you'll access the different oracles on different tables. Check false. So check false, you know, in this syntax, when you check, this is like a smart contract fail point, and if it's false, it'll always fail there. So if it resolves false, it'll fail. And we're going to in place this, so I guess, yeah, if we're going to do network ID, this will go back up into the structure. So like the name null, like you'd never really use this. This could cause errors and stuff, but the point of it is if you did need to make a blank structure very quickly, you'd be able to do it without supplying any data at all. Oh, question. Can I program the price to go up? Yep. So what we do is how would we do that? We would program like a stock split in the contract, and so we all get, you know, we all lose like a 10-to-1. So, you know, if you have 100 Talos, now you got 10 Talos. And overnight, the price would go up 10x. So it'd be 60 cents instantly. And the poor people that operate the bridges would not be happy with us, but that's how you program the price to go up. So yeah, if I get this working, you know, it's a good piece of the puzzle to have programming wise. You know, I think it's cool. I'll probably make it open source or something. Yeah, Oracle ID. This will be 0. This would be 0 too, actually. Yep. Now we make sure our table looks correct. Yes. So I like to do it like this. You know, your table row, like, you know, normally you got a bunch of data in here, but actually I just have an ID and then I just have a structure. And the structure has all the data. And that's just, I've found with my Heart Farms contract that this just simplified everything. Everything just came together once I started doing that. Yeah. Oh man, 35 views. Is it all robots? That's the real question. Let's see, did we make price go up since I started the feed? It was, what was it, like 6 cents or something like that? So, you know, still 6. So on the price of Talos, like maybe you're watching about the price of Talos, like I think because crypto's weak right now, like it could go down a little more, sadly. But when it turns, like I think it's gonna form a bottom, personally. Like personally, I think in the next 6 months you get the bottom, probably sooner than later. But you know, when Bitcoin really rallies, people will they'll dump the altcoins sometimes to buy the Bitcoin, and so like it doesn't help Tables price necessarily when Bitcoin starts to really rally. So, but when it goes, it'll like I think it'll shoot like a rubber band. I think it'll just be like time for Talos, and it'll just be like this. Probably a stratospheric wall of increase. Yeah. That's the hope, you know. But we got enough devs, I think. People sticking around, you know. But it should be good. It's like there's like projects that had way less activity that like skyrocketed, you know, like Dogecoin. There was years where Dogecoin, like nothing happened. It was just like you go to the Reddit and it'd be like nobody posted for months, you know, like, or weeks, and there was no activity, no interest, and then it like, and then Elon tweeted about it one day, and then just, you know, people got interested again, and it's last time I looked, it's still a top 10 coin, so it's like, So then, you know, if you have that situation for basically what is essentially a failed project, I mean, it was dead. It was totally dead. So it's like, yeah, and the Elon tweet really helped, but like it wasn't gonna die even if he didn't tweet about it. It just wouldn't have done as well had he not tweeted. So it's like, you know, so in Tables' case, if you have people that stick with the community through the recession essentially, yeah, then it should rally in the end. Yeah, it didn't help that our DeFi kind of busted too. Current viewers. 1. Oh, I'm reading it wrong. Okay. Wow, okay. So we get people popping in and out. I see. Oh yes, that's my original chart. So part of the reason I'm focusing on native still is like I really think there's all this power in Talos native that needs to be unlocked. The zero gas cost. I'm a fan of the zero gas cost. We just need systems to unlock this. Okay. I know, yeah, concurrent viewers. I got 2. Dang. Wow. I haven't done a live stream in like, I don't know how long. Like a few years. Yep. Yeah, I used to do media content. I had a video in like 2016, how to buy Ethereum. It was the top Google search on how to buy Ethereum. And this is how I ended up with the channel with 7K subs. Yeah, so... Yeah, I think that's right. I think this function's correct. 2, 3, 4. Yep. Here's where you set your status. Who's not going to be banned or kicked. Nope. Yep, no banned or kicked. Active. So active. Kick expires. Yeah. Oh, well, it wants a int 8 for some reason. Sure. Yeah, people should program in this, I think. Talos native or Talos EVM. Either's fine. You know, you can do the Solidity and the remix and all that and program it that way, but people should, I really think they should consider programming on Talos. Developing on Talos. You get free help, all the advantages. You get free developer help when you develop on Talos, because we'll answer all your questions in chat. Like I'll answer questions, other people will answer questions, Jesse will answer your questions. Let's see, what else can you do? And you get the low fees. I mean, you get cheap transactions. So the trick with Talos is we have to figure out how to make our layer, our layers, EVM native, layer 0, monetize with investment. That's the thing. So my theory on this, is the way to do it is you bring in, it's like if you could piggyback on the capital of main chains, that's the way to do it. So the more integrated you become with like Ethereum, or the more integrated you become with like Binance Smart Chain, but it'd probably just be Ethereum, then the more capital can flow from that chain to our chain, right? Now bridging is how people normally imagine that, but I'm thinking maybe we should imagine that in other ways besides bridges, because bridging does allow capital to move, but does it allow but why are they going to bridge? This is the next question. Yeah, I could bridge my Ethereum to Talos, but why would I, right? And you need compelling answers to that question. And it's not, and it's not lower fees only because you're going to pay something on the bridge fee anyway to get it over to Talos, and then what are you going to do with it over there? You know, it's going to be less liquid. So I think areas like governance or games, you know, this is our use case, right? And so with the layer 0 stuff coming that they're working on, and I've heard that some of that's for gaming potentially. That could be a value proposition, right? So you have sort of Talos as in these different areas, and I think governance is something we ought to explore. I think we shouldn't be tied down with Talos Amend. Like they wrote a nice contract, but it's a little lumpy. It's a little convoluted, that contract. It's audited, but it's very has a lot of pieces to it, and like we don't even use all the pieces to it. I believe it has a payroll function. I'm not even sure we use that. It's a bit complicated. So really we should have maybe something for people in the community to consider is you could do like governance stuff on Talos. And if you could launch that, you know, you'd have this really nice governance, quick transactions, free transactions. And you need to link it back to the capital on Ethereum. And that's kind of like some of the angles people could take in their development path. Just throwing ideas out there for you. Yeah, EVM. I mean, EVM's fun. I learned that this year, and it is a lot of fun to use EVM with Remix. I think native would not be fun at all if I didn't have this EOS Studio program. I think native would be depressing without. With this program, it is fun. Like, it is absolutely fun. This is like Remix to me. It's like the native version of Remix. Without that, man, I don't know. It'd be rough doing this stuff. You know, I suppose the other people, what they do is they do Visual Studio, and they probably have like Docker set up in it, and they got like their compile scripts or whatever, and they just compile in that. And if you get your IDE set up properly, it's not a big deal. But I was always too lazy to do that, and I just use this little guy, EOS Studio. Okay, so you can set whether you're active or not. Okay. So when you update, when you refresh, check active. Yeah. If you guys got any questions, you know, you guys could. I don't know. Anybody could stream Talos stuff, you know. But yeah, I might stream more often. Yeah, sure. I got my YouTube, you know, so might as well use it now and then. I used to cover investment, like sort of crypto investments, right? So right now it's just like, man, you just dollar cost average on Talos, and I mean, as far as bets go, it's a pretty good bet. You know, I've done a lot worse bets. Worst one I did was Genesis Mining. That was terrible back in the day. Yeah, we don't need to kick oracles. Delete. Don't need to ban them either. Oh yeah, and here we call our refresh. Nice. We don't need that. So if you never did native before, native programming, this require auth function is like the go-to function. Okay, so this means that whatever name you supply, username you supply for Oracle ID, you need to have the authorization for that. And this will generally, I think it checks owner or active, but we always do active. So it's the active authority, the active key. if you want to check other permissions, it's actually possible to do that. Like you can not check for active. You can actually, I've actually coded my Heart Farms contract to check other statuses, right? Other permissions, but you have to use link auth. So there's like a thing in EOSIO here. Let me go to Talos. So this thing is really nice. So like I'm on the contract on Talos, so I can just interact with the Talos blockchain if I want to. So there's this thing on here called link auth, and you set this up. The code will be your contract. The account would be your personal account, and this will allow you to link other permissions in there. It's a security measure basically. And so instead of doing require auth, I can do a more complicated version where I search what permission they're using, and I can use non-active permissions. And if you don't know native, then native has owner and active, right? The owner is like a reset to reset everything. Active is what we use. And so you can even create other ones, right? I can go in here and be like, add a permission, and active. And the parent is active. Oh, and the permission name is posting, like a posting permission, for example. So I may do that with these oracles. I may set them on custom permissions. So if they were hacked, it wouldn't be a big deal. But auth. So, yep. Now the other cool thing in here, I don't know if I have a contract that does it, but so the scope thing is like really useful in native. Like you can, so you got your table, right? You got your data in your table, you got your columns, you got your rows. Okay, and so if I like search for something, search for like the 10th one. Oh well, that one doesn't do it. Oh, so it's probably like, yeah, so this like lets you search the different names here. Your scope though allows you to like have a different set of material entirely besides your main tables. So you can have many tables. And in this case, the network ID, so different networks will have different, be a duplication of the table format, but in different networks. So each network can be independently managed. And that's why I'm doing a scope like that. So a lot of people, they just do git self for the scope. And that's how most contracts work. But you can put a unique scope in there. And that's what I'm doing. So the oracles can register under different scopes. So they can register on different networks, essentially. Oh, I changed the name to refresh. Yeah, that code should be good now. Yep. I also like to split off my authorization. So when you call an action, this is an action. When you call that, you need to do all your like checks inside there to make sure the person's allowed to call it. Otherwise, anybody could call it. And then I separate out the functionality of the action. So in case I needed to call this function elsewhere in the program, then I can do that. Let's see. I don't need to do these two. This one's good. Yep, it's good. don't think it'll compile. It should have a ton of bugs in it, but
to keep from
yeah, I didn't update this definition. So yeah, I just did away with the auths. I guess if you never programmed in C++, this could be... Yeah, I could see how that would be a little daunting if you never did C++. I had the advantage when I was a kid, when I was like 14. I took a home course and they taught me C++. So I've been programming this since I was a kid, teen. So Orc Band's gone. Kick's gone. But still, I had to learn it because it's a different breed of C++ in a lot of ways than normal C++.
never felt my heart like this. She said I never felt my body. I always thought the point of love was just to keep from
Also, on EOS.io, they had updated this syntax, so if you go read old code, it won't have this action thing. It'll have like something just kind of convoluted there. And basically, the word action now just is a shorthand version. So in my code, I always use these shorthand versions. Table is also like a shorthand, and there's actually like some kind of brackety thing, like something that I don't even know what it is. But when I'm reading old code, I see that all the time, and you have to mentally translate some of this stuff. I think another one's like this. So you might see this in the old code, and it's the same as name. Right. So I use the new version. This is the new version. Makes a lot more sense. The old version is makes almost no sense, but I get it. So yeah, and then this is how you declare your tables, right? And you got your multi-index table. It's a multi-index because I can add more keys here. So you can do like secondary key, couple rules on the keys. You know, the first key generally needs to be limited to size 64 bytes. 64-bit, I mean. I don't know if it's byte or bits, but it's one or the other. A 64 int essentially, but when you go to your secondary key, you can go actually write 128. You can do that, and you can this could be a larger value, and it's quite a trick in the JavaScript to figure out how to use those secondary keys. It wasn't like straightforward, but there was old material on how to do that, so it does work. And it's quite nice. You can sort of like categorize things, or like sort lists using integers, like bit shifts. You can bit shift things and sort your data essentially. Yeah, so yeah, I'm liking the simplified version of this. The original had like almost like voting for the oracles in it, and it's like, wow, it's too much. I don't need that much. Refresh post status register. Oh, errors. Here we go. Delete token. Okay. Delete token. Okay. Stat. Hmm. They got too happy deleting stuff there. Well, I think one of the few things I don't like is you do end up with a lot of actions sometimes. And it's like, it does like look nicer to have less actions, I think. But Solidity is no different in that way. You end up with lots of things you call there. So, hey. Elite token. Alright, what file is this in? First NFT. Oh. Yeah, we don't need to do that anymore. First NFT. It doesn't like that? Why didn't it like that? That's weird. Yeah, so the debug. The debug, oh wow. It thinks it worked. It didn't really work. You gotta look up here. Error while processing. Abidjan error. Oh yeah, because I didn't change it. There we go. Oh yeah, I gotta change the syntax in here. Yeah, I just figured I'd do a stream while I coded. Why not? I had a microphone out, had a camera out. I'm like, yeah, I'll just do that. Network registration. Why wouldn't that work? That one should work. I'm gonna make sure I get the right file here. Oh, okay. Oh. Yeah, these didn't change though. Use of undeclared identifier NFT scribe. Oh, I still got the old code somewhere. That's the problem. I see. I don't know where, but it says I do. Looks okay to me. Oh, here. For some reason these did not get replaced. Is it gonna do it? Oh, it did it. Wow. Hey, it compiled. Probably still has bugs, but at least it compiled. So when it compiles in native, you get this WASM, Web Assembler. That is a lot of stuff, but basically it's like assembler for the WebAssembly. Here's your ABI for the contract. I don't really ever do the Ricardian stuff. You're supposed to do the Ricardian. You're supposed to like go in here and be like, this function does this. This function does that. I never do that. That's what documentation for is online. Okay, so register network did not change. I'm gonna leave this mostly unchanged. I don't need to future-proof it though. So if it's like Ethereum mainnet, you're gonna register it as ETH mainnet. Okay, give it a title. Give it a chain ID. So Ethereum main is chain 1. Tailless EVM's 40. Okay. Active, so we can turn it off if we want to. Ticker. This is like the root currency that they pay gas in on that network. That's what that's for. Block Explorer will allow us to open the Block Explorer window if we want to. Primary key, that's enough. Yeah, this is unchanged code, so this should be, still needs to be tested, but it should be okay. Yeah, so if we got networks working. NFT service, I'm not sure. What is this? So this registers based on a network ID. Right. Yeah, so I need to change this. Authorization. Yeah, I think in this case, I'm just gonna do like, yeah, so I need to go through like my assumptions here. Because I did a lot of setup stuff with globals for like different kinds of fees and stuff, I don't really need that. So token table. Am I using that anywhere? No. No, no. It's good. So I don't need that. I use this anywhere? Got rid of this stuff, right? No, I didn't. I got get contract, so I gotta go through my code to see if I'm doing get contract here. Oh yeah, we're using it. I better not touch too much there then. Yeah, I think I'll just leave that alone, and then it'll just work if I need it. Deposit account is fine. Fee, NFT service fee. I don't need fees and charges. Oracle balance. No, we're not doing a payment system. We're not doing any of that. If you missed it earlier, there was a famous guy in chat. Nathan James. Let's go find this guy on, I think it was Twitter. Yes, Twitter, I think. Okay. Somehow this person upset the HTMX people. No, this is not this is not the right guy. This one, yeah, this one. All right. So, oh, okay. He doesn't have that many followers. Okay. I saw him on YouTube today, so I thought he was like. For some reason I thought he was like, oh, he must be really famous. I saw him on YouTube today, so. Nope. Nope, just like low level, low key famous. Maybe he'll research Talos and buy a bunch. Maybe he's a whale. So if you're a whale listening to this, you gotta research Talos. I'm not telling you to buy it. I'm just saying you gotta research. And like dollar cost average into it. You know? That's the strategy people are doing. Dollar cost average. It's a way to do it. Okay, so that lets me freeze my contract if I want to, but yeah. So we will register services. Like this. So the premise of this is you would register an NFT in here. And this tells the Oracle what to check, what to update with. Yeah, so maybe I'll stream like another time this week, maybe tomorrow or the next day. I'm gonna call it today though. I was just thinking around. Thank you for joining me, everybody. I'm gonna eat some dinner, and I'll see you next time.